Hey there, I'm Amit KK from India, and this is my entry to the Gemini API Developer Competition. I'm building a solution to revolutionize content creation in EdTech. Let's dive in. In this day and age, we're discovering, inventing, and publishing knowledge and breakthroughs every single hour. But to most of the population, all this knowledge only becomes consumable when edtech firms create engaging, high-fidelity educational content after hundreds of hours of research and assembly. What I want to do is reduce the time that it takes to create trustable, comprehensive, and visually engaging educational content by 10x. With edtech having a global TAM of over $142 billion, we can create millions of dollars of savings for the subset of the market creating content, which is worth about $52 billion. And of course, we're also making knowledge more accessible, which you can't put a price on. So, can generative AI help? Absolutely. But simple retrieval approaches are not a good fit for this problem. This is because 1. They're mostly text-based and don't create visually engaging content. 2. Model biases exist, so the content you generate is from a single, potentially biased viewpoint. And finally, since it's just question in, answer out, there's no human in the loop that can granularly influence the content generation. So I present Intelliweave Learn, a solution that uses Google Gemini models and cutting-edge generative AI techniques to mitigate these issues. For starters, we use set of marks prompting to enable Gemini multimodal to get text, videos, and images from the web. 2. We use collaborative graph retrieval agents to create lessons from multiple viewpoints, reducing bias. And finally, we use LangGraph's human-in-the-loop capabilities to give full explainability and control at each step. Let's see it in action. We start at the lessons list, where we can create a new lesson. Here, you're prompted to enter the name and topic along with a learner persona. This customizes the lesson's complexity and perspective based on the intended audience. So let's choose engineer. And what better topic to choose than frameworks for responsible AI? When we hit start, the app uses Gemini to go out and create a rough outline based on the topic and persona. Once created, we can view it as an interactive mind map. This is where the first human-in-the-loop action comes in, where you can actually update the outline if you need anything added. Once done, we move over to the topic discovery phase, where the app searches through the Wikipedia knowledge graph to find related topics. This is because when you make a lesson, you don't just want to focus on the topic, but you also want to know how it fits into the global context. It's discovered a set of related topics, and it has also given us its thought process. We can change these topics or add to it. For instance, let me add AI transparency since I want to know more there. The next step is my favorite, where the app, based on the topic, uses Gemini to create a bunch of virtual subject matter expert agents, each with their own system prompt and focus areas. This enables us to generate the lesson from multiple perspectives and merge them to reduce bias significantly. For instance, we have ethical AI researcher who focuses purely on the ethics piece, and we have regulatory advisor who look at how this topic impacts governments. After all this, the magic happens, where we use autonomous collaborative agents. All the SMEs now start asking AI-generated questions iteratively to the multimodal web researcher, which explores the web using Chromium and Playwright to produce grounded references just like a human, while storing it for later use in Cloud Firestore. What's special about this researcher is that it uses a combination of Gemini multimodal and a proven research technique called set of marks prompting, where we annotate the interesting and interactive parts of the page using visual markers and numbering, allowing for Gemini to easily navigate, download images, and reference videos. This improves Gemini's success rate by over 25% over state-of-the-art methods. Once a step is done, the user is able to look at each of the autonomous chats. For instance, the ethical AI researcher is drilling down and following up on things like bias and accountability, whereas the regulatory advisor is going through a completely different route, asking how a government will go about implementing these policies. You also see that every answer is backed up by references from the web. In the next step, based on those interviews, we have a final list of references that are compiled. The user can choose to delete sources that they feel are untrustworthy to ensure that nothing from that source makes it into the lesson. For instance, I delete UX Matters. Based on all of this, the app then uses Gemini to revise our rough outline and expands it. You can see that each section now has a robust flow and incorporates multiple perspectives. The user can also compare this versus the original outline and edit. Finally, we come to the crux, where all the previous data is assembled and Gemini writes the article section by section while including images and videos, followed by a final pass to integrate all the sections together. You'll see that for an AI-generated draft, this is spectacular. We have relevant videos that we can consume, images that are supplementary to the text, and references for every section. Thank you for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am about the potential of the solution to disrupt EdTech. If you'd like to learn more about the architecture or take Intelliweave for a spin, follow the links in the description. If you found this useful, do leave a like and drop a comment to tell me what you found interesting about this solution.